Hare Krishna. Thank you very much for joining in for our Chaitanya Charitamrita study session. Let's start with the prayers. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Dvaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Dvaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Dvaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. ॐ ज्ञानतिमिरन्दस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनाशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादि पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। नमो महावदन्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्यनाम्ने गौरद्विषे नमः। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानन्दा श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृन्दा। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। गुरवे गौरचन्द्राय राधिकाय तरालये कृष्णाय कृष्णभक्ताय तद्भक्ताय नमो नमः। मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरून् दीनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीकृष्णचैतन्यमीश्वरं। हरिः ओम तत्सत्। Hare Krishna. So thank you for joining in. We are on the first chapter of Adi Leela of Chaitanya Charitamrita. Where last week we were reading about the three vigrahas, right? We have the Sambandha Vigraha, the Abhideya Vigraha, and the Prayojana Vigraha. Radha Madan Mohan is the Sambandha Vigraha. Radha Govinda is the Abhideya Vigraha. And Radha Gopinath is the Prayojana Vigraha, right? And also we have the Sambandha Acharya, who is Sanatana Goswami, and then Rupa Goswami, who is the Abhideya Acharya, and then Raghunath Dasa Goswami, who is the Prayojana Acharya. So we were reading about the three Vigrahas, right? So let's continue reading more details given by Prabhupada here on Radha Madan Mohan, Radha Govinda, and Radha Gopinath, being the Sambandha, Abhideya, and Prayojana Vigraha. Gaudiya Vaishnavas perceive the ultimate objective in Vedic hymns, composed of 18 transcendental letters, that adore Krishna as Madan Mohan, Govinda, and Gopijana Vallabha. Madan Mohan is he who charms the Cupid, the god of love. Govinda is he who pleases the senses and the cows, and Gopijana Vallabha is the transcendental lover of the gopis. Krishna himself is called Madan Mohan, Govinda, and Gopinath, and countless other names as he plays in his different pastimes with his devotees. Yes, Rajneesh Prabhu, you want to read? Please go ahead. The three deities from there.
The three deities, Madan Mohan, Govinda, and Gopinath Vallabha, have very specific qualities. Worship of Madan Mohan is on the platform of re-establishing.
You are ready to rock. Bluetooth mode.
Yes, Prabhu.
Ji. Worship of Madan Mohan is on the platform of re-establishing our forgotten relationship with the personality of Godhead. In the material world, we are presently in utter ignorance of our eternal relationship with the Supreme Lord. Pangoho refers to one who cannot move independently by his own strength, and Manda Matehe is one who is less intelligent because he is too absorbed in materialistic activities. It is best for such persons not to aspire the success in creative activities of mental speculation, but instead simply to surrender to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The perfection of life is simply to surrender to the Supreme. In the beginning of our spiritual life, we must therefore worship Madan Mohana so that he may attract us and nullify our attachment for material sense gratification. This relationship with Madan Mohan for the is necessary for the neophyte devotee. When one wishes to render service to the Lord with strong attachment, one worships Govinda on the platform of transcendental service. Govinda is the reservoir of all pleasures. When by grace of Krishna and the devotees one reaches the perfection in devotional service, he can appreciate Krishna as Gopijan Ballabh, the pleasure deity of themselves of Braj. Lord Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Lord Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu explained this mode of devotional service in three stages, and therefore these worshipable deities were installed in Vrindavan by different Goswamis. They are very dear to Gaudiya Vaishnavas there who visit the temples at least once a day. Besides the temples of these three deities, many other temples have been established in Vrindavan, such as the temple of Radha Damodar of Jeev Goswami, the temple of Shyam Sundra of Shyam Sundar Goswami and Shyamanand Goswami, the temple of Gokulananda of Loknath Goswami, and temple of Radha Raman of Gopal Bhatt Goswami. These are seven principal temples over the 400 years old that are the most important of 5,000 temples existing existing in Vrindavan. Gaudiya indicates the part of India between the southern side of the Himalayan mountains and the northern part of Vindhya hills, which is called Aryavrat or the land of Aryans. This portion of India is divided into five parts of provinces: Panka, Panka
Panchagadesh.
Gaudesha, Panch Gaudesha, Saraswata, Kashmir and Punjab, Kanyakubs, Uttar Pradesh, including the modern city of Lucknow, Madhya Gauda, Madhya Pradesh, Mithila, Bihar and west part of Bengal, and Utkal, part of Bengal and whole of Odisha. Bengal is sometimes called Gaudesh, partially because it forms a portion of Mithila and partly because the capital of Hindu king Raja Lakshmana Sen was known as Gauda. The old capital later came to be known as Gaudapura and gradually Mayapur. The devotees of Odisha are called the, gro- the devotees of Odisha are called Udiyas. The devotees of Bengal are called Gaudiyas. The devotees of southern India are known as Dravid devotees. As there are five provinces in Aryavrat, so Dakshin, Dakshinatya, Dakshinatya, southern India is also divided into five provinces which are called Panch Dravids. The four Vaishnav Acharyas, who are the great authorities of the four Vaishnav disciplic successions, as well as Sakrib Sankaracharya of Mayavad school, appeared in the Panch Dravid provinces among the four Vaishnav Acharyas who are all accepted by Gaudiya Vaishnavas. Sri Ramanuja Acharya appeared in the southern part of Andhra Pradesh as Mahabhutapuri. Sri Madhvacharya appeared in Pajakam near Bimanagiri in the district of Bangalore. Sri Vishnu Swami appeared at Pandya and Sri Nimbarka appeared in Munger, Mungerpatna in the extreme south.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
So it's
Hare
interesting
Krishna.
that we are studying this today. Today is the auspicious appearance of Madhvacharya, right? So in the morning Brahma Muhurta program also discussing how we can pray at the lotus feet of Madhvacharya, who is an expansion of Hanumanji, Bhima, Vayudev. We can pray to Madhvacharya to give us a spiritual strength to carry out devotional service in a manner that's pleasing to Guru and Gauranga. Right? And also today is Vijaya Dashami, right? We can also pray to the Lord that all of our Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya, and all the the false ego, the desire to want to lord it over material nature, and all of these anarthas may be extinguished or may be killed, just like Lord Ram killed Ravana, like that. So Madhvacharya is one of the acharyas coming in our own Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Vaishnava Guru Parampara. That's why our parampara is called Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Vaishnava Guru Parampara. And these four paramparas are all accepted to be bona fide, because they start with the original knowledge being distributed by Lord Sri Krishna himself to the Rudra Sampradaya, to the Sanat Kumara Sampradaya, to the Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Vaishnava Guru Parampara, and also the Shri Sampradaya. Okay, Rajneesh Prabhu, you can continue. I think there's one more paragraph that is there. We'll complete chapter number 1 with this, and then chapter number 2, somebody else would like to read can raise your hand. Yeah. Text number, before that, text number 20, we have one paragraph. Prabhu, you want to read?
Yes, Prabhu. Yes, Mataji.
Yes, go ahead. Shri
Text
Chaitanya
number
Mahaprabhu.
20.
No, Shri
Shri
Chaitanya.
Chaitanya Mahaprabhu accepted the chain of disciplic succession from Madhavacharya, but the Vaishnavas in his line don't accept the Tattvavedis, who also claim to belong to the Madhva Sampradaya. To distinguish them clearly from the Tattvadi branch of Madhva descendants, the Vaishnavas of Bengal prefer to call them Gaudiya Vaishnavas. The Madhvacharya is also known as Gauda
Purnamananda.
Purnananda, and therefore the name Madhav Gaudiya Sampradaya is quite suitable for the disciplic succession of the Gaudiya Vaishnavas. Our spiritual master Om Vishnu Padaya Srimad Bhakti Siddhant Saraswati Goswami Maharaj accepted initiation in the Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya.
Yeah, and also
That's
Chaitanya
20.
Mahaprabhu also, thank you, Prabhu. Also we see that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself took initiation in the Brahma, Madhva, Gaudiya, Vaishnava, Guru Parampara. So this Madhva refers to Madhvacharya, whose appearance date is today. So we can pray to Madhvacharya to understand the real purport of Chaitanya Charitamrita that we are reading on his auspicious appearance day, and may we are able to apply the purport of this wonderful Chaitanya Charitamrita in our life. That will be the greatest achieve the human form of life, if you're able to imbibe the purports of Chaitanya Charitamrita in our life. Text number 20. Grantera Arambakari Mangalacharana Guru Vaishnava Bhagavan Tinira Smarana. Deval Mataji, go ahead. Mataji, please unmute.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Can you hear me? Hare Krishna.
Go, Mataji. Go ahead. Yes, Mataji.
Yeah. Synonyms. Granthera, of this book. Arambhe, in the beginning. Kari, I make. Mangala Acharana, auspicious invocation. Guru, the spiritual master. Vaishnava, the devotees of the Lord. Bhagavan, the supreme personality of Godhead. Tinera, of these three. Smarana, remembering. Translation by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. In the beginning of this narration, simply by remembering the spiritual master, the devotees of the Lord, and the personality of Godhead, I have invoked their benedictions. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Mataji, you can go ahead. This is just Mangalacharan is only the offering of auspicious prayers before we are continuing with Chaitanya Charitamrita. Yes, go ahead. So text number 21. Tinera Smarana Vigna Vinashana Anayase Haya Nija Vanchita Purana. Yes, Madhavi. Synonyms and translation.
Synonyms.
Together
as
this thing,
Okay. Synonyms. Tinera, of these three, Smarani, by remembrance. Higher, there is Vigna Vinashana, the destruction of all difficulties. Anayase, very easily. Higher, there is Nija, our own. Vanchita, of the desired object, Purana, fulfillment. Such remembrance destroys all
Not
difficulties
Purana.
and very easily
Purana.
enables one. Purana.
No,
Oh,
it's
Purana.
not
Sorry, Purana.
Purna. Purna.
Ha, Purana. Purna. Fulfillment. Yeah, Purna, fulfillment. Translation. Such remembrance destroys all difficulties and very easily enables one to fulfill his own desires.
सेम मंगलाचरण हय त्रिविध प्रकार वस्तु निर्देश आशीर्वाद नमस्कार. Very wonderful tattva,
Say
all of this.
that Mangalacharana. Yes, Mataji?
Yes, go ahead, Mataji. Very important tattva
Yeah.
I'm saying on this. Yeah.
Okay. Say that Mangalacharana, auspicious invocation, Haya is Trividha, three kinds, Prakara, processes, Vastu Nirdesha, defining the object, Ashishvada, benedictions, Namakara, obeisances. The invocation involves three processes, defining the objective, offering benedictions, and offering obeisances.
Okay. Text number 23. Pratama dui shloke ishtadeva namaskara samanya vishesha rupe duyita prakara.
Prathama in the first, Dui 2, Shloke verses Ishtadeva, worshipable deity, Namaskara, obeisances, Samanya, generally, Vishesha Rupe, and specifically, Dui 2, the certainly, Prakara, ways. Translation. The first two verses offers respectful obeisances generally and specifically to the Lord, who is the object of worship.
Text number 24. तृतीय श्लोके तकरी वस्तुर निर्देश याहा हैते जानी पर तत्वेर उद्देश.
Tritiya Shlokite, in the third verse, Kari, I make Vastura of the object, Nirdesha, indication, Yatha Haite, from which Jani, I understand, Paratatveda, of the absolute truth, Uddesha, identification. In the third verse, I indicate the absolute truth, who is the ultimate substance, which, with such a description, one can visualize the supreme truth.
चतुर्थ श्लोके तकरी जोगता आशीर्वाद सर्वत्र मागिये कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रसाद.
Chaturtha, fourth, Shlokete, in the verse, Kari, I make, Jagate, for the world, I make, Kari, I make, Jagate, for the world, Ashishavada, benediction, Sarvatra, everywhere, Magiye, I am begging, Krishna Chaitanya, of Lord Shri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Prasada, the mercy. Translation. In the fourth verse, I have invoked the benediction of the Lord upon all the world, praying to Lord Chaitanya for his mercy upon all.
So this is Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami Maharaj actually giving these invocatory verses, praying for the blessings of Guru and Gauranga on all of the devotees who are studying this scripture, wonderful scripture of Chaitanya Charitamrita. से श्लोके कही भाय अवतार कारण पंच षष्ठ श्लोके कही मूला प्रयोजना.
Say Shloke, in the same verse, Kahi, I tell Bahya, the external Avatara for the incarnation of Lord Chaitanya, Karana, reason, Pancha, the fifth, Shashta, and the sixth, Shloke, in the verses, Kahi, I tell Mula, the prime, Prayojana, purpose. In that verse, I have also explained the external reason for Lord Chaitanya's incarnation, but in the fifth and sixth verses, I have explained the prime reason for his advent.
एचाय श्लोके कही चैतन्येर तत्व आरा पंच श्लोके नित्यानंदेर महात्व.
These Chaya 6 Shloke in verses Kahi, I describe Chaitanyera of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Tattva truth. Ara further Pancha Shloke in fifth verses Nityanandendra of Lord Nityananda Mahatva, the glory. Translation. In these 6 verses, I have described the truth about Lord Chaitanya, whereas in the next 5, I have described the glory of Lord Nityananda.
Yeah. आर दुई श्लोके अद्वैत तत्वाख्यान आर एक श्लोके पंच तत्वेर व्याख्यान. These are the explanations of the various shlokas that we've read already. Right? The first, the external reason, and then Radha Krishna Pranaya Vikriti Ladini Shakti Rasmad Ekatmanav. All these were the internal reasons. The 3 reasons we discussed, and then there was glorification of Nityananda Prabhu, and then Advaita. So that is what is again being redescribed by Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami Maharaj. Yes, Mataji, go ahead.
Are further, Dui Shloke in 2 verses, Advaita of Sri Advaita Prabhu, Tattva of the truth, Akhyana description are further, Eka Shloke in 1 verse, Tatvera of the Panchatattva, Vyakhyana explanation. The next 2 verses describe the truth of Advaita Prabhu, and the following verse describes the Panchatattva, the Lord, in the plenary portion, his incarnation, his energies, and his devotees.
Okay, text number 29. Echauda shloke kari mangalacharana tahi madhye kahi sabha vastu nirupana.
Synonyms. A 14 shloke. In these 14 verses, Kari, I make Mangala Charana, auspicious invocation. Tahi, Tanhi, therefore in that, Madhye, within, Kahi, I speak, Shaba, all, Saba, all, Vastu, object, Nirupana, description. These 14 verses therefore offer auspicious invocations and describe the supreme truth.
Text number 30. Sabashrota Vaishnavere Kari Namaskara E Sabha Shlokera Kari Artha Vichara.
Saba, all, Shrota, hearers of audience, Vaishnavere, unto the Vaishnavas, Kari, offering, Namaskara, obeisances, E Saba, Shlokera, all of these 14 verses, Kari, I make Artha of the meaning, Vichara, analysis. Translation. I offer my obeisances unto all my Vaishnava readers as I begin to explain the intricacies of all these verses.
So next he is offering obeisances to the readers also. So that's the humility of Shri Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami Maharaj. Text number 31. Sakala Vaishnava Shuna Kari Ekamana Chaitanya Krishnera Shastra Mata Nirupana.
Sakala, all Vaishnava, all O devotees of the Lord. Shuna, please hear. Kari, making. Eka Mana, rapt attention. Chaitanya, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Krishnera, of Lord Krishna, Shri Krishna. Shastra, scriptural reference.
Shastra.
Manta, according to Shastra, scriptural reference. Mata, according to Nirupana, decision. I request all my Vaishnava readers to read and hear with rapt attention the narration of Sri Krishna Chaitanya as inculcated in the revealed scriptures. Purport. Lord Chaitanya is the absolute truth, Krishna himself. This is substantiated by evidence from the authentic spiritual scriptures. Sometimes people accept a man as God on the basis of their whimsical sentiments and without reference to the revealed scriptures. But the author of Chaitanya Charitamrita proves all his statements by citing the Shastras. Thus, he establishes that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Radha Krishna. Thank you so much. Sanat Pranam. Radha Krishna Pranev Kritir Ladini Shaktirasmad Eka Atmana Vabhuvi Puradeha Vedam Gatauto Chaitanyakyam Pragnamaduna Tadvayam Chaikyamaptam Radha Bhava Juti Suvalitam Naumi Krishna Swarupam. That Krishna himself has appeared, taking the mood and complexion of Srimati Radharani. Radha Bhava Juti Suvalitam Naumi Krishna Swarupam. The same Krishna has appeared now as Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. These verses all glorified, beginning with Vande Guru Nisha Bhakta Nisham Isha Avatarakant, the Panchatattva, and then proceeding on to glorification of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, then giving the external reasons for the appearance of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, then the internal reasons for the appearance of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and then Nityananda Prabhu, then Advaita Acharya, then glorifying the Sambandha, Abhidaya and Prayojana Vigrahas, and then with the Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami Maharaj is also glorifying as part of Mangalacharan prayers, glorifying all the Vaishnava devotees of the Lord who are the readers of this wonderful book called Chaitanya Charitamrita. Krishna Guru Bhakta Shakti Avatar Prakasha Krishna Echa E Rupiye Karena Vilasa. Right? So basically, it is Krishna's expansions or for Krishna's enjoyment. Everything belongs to Krishna. All are expansions of Krishna. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Radha Krishna, Nahi Anya. Right? That same Krishna, when he wants to enjoy Dui, then he expands himself into Srimati Radharani and they enjoy separately. But then when they want to enjoy together, they combine together to form Shri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And then in this way they enjoy the fulfillment of his own desire. Right? The Lord is Atmaram. Yet he performs all these pastimes for the pleasure of his devotees, to give pleasure to his devotees, like that. So Lord Krishna, where is this? Krishna Guru Bhakta Shakti Avatar Prakasha Krishna E Chaya Rupe Karena Vilasa. Synonyms: Krishna, the Supreme Lord, Sri Krishna; Guru, the spiritual masters; Bhakta, the devotees; Shakti, the potencies; Avatara, the incarnations; Prakasha, plenary portions; Krishna, Lord Krishna; Chaya Rupe. In these 6 features, Karena Vilasa, enjoys. Translation: Lord Krishna enjoys manifesting himself as the spiritual masters, the devotees, the divine energies, the incarnations, and the plenary portions. They are all 6 in 1, because everything is energy of the Lord and utilized in the service of the Lord. Echaye tatvera kari charana vandan prathame samanya kari mangala charana. These chaya 6 tatvera of these expansions, Kari, I make. Charana, the lotus feet. Vandana, prayers. Prathame, at first. Samanye, in general. Kori, I make. Mangala Charana, auspicious invocation. I therefore worship the lotus feet of these 6 diversities of the one truth by invoking their benedictions. So that is the reason when we start a session, or before we start any particular important activity, right, what do? We think of our gurus. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Jnana Anjana Shalakaya Chakshur Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. The spiritual masters opened my eyes from the darkness of ignorance. Right? And this particular activity is supposed to bring auspiciousness in my heart, in my home, in my life. And what is auspiciousness? Auspiciousness means to bring us into the service of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Sri Krishna. The next verse is again a repetition of the first verse, text number 34, which we already read, and we explained in detail. Vande Gurun. The Guru is always in plural and never singular. Vande Gurun. Isha Bhaktan refers to Srivas Thakur. Isham refers to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Isha Avatarakan refers to Advaita Acharya. Tat Prakasham refers to Nityananda Prabhu. Tat Prakasham, Tat Shakti refers to Gadadhar Pandit. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Samyakam. So in this way, the Lord has appeared in the form of the 5 features, and all of them are our gurus. And guru is always in plural. Guru is never an individual. We have so many Siksha Gurus. We have one Vartma Pradarshika Guru. We have one Diksha Guru. But we have so many Siksha Gurus. Vande Gurun Isha Bhaktan Isham Isha Avatarakan Tat Prakasham Satat Shakti Krishna Chaitanya Samyakam. Vande, offer my respectful obeisances. Gurun, unto the spiritual masters. Isha Bhaktan, into the devotees of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Isham, unto the Supreme Lord. Isha Avatarakan, unto the incarnations of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Tat, of the Supreme Lord. Prakashan, unto the manifestations. Cha, and Tat, of the Supreme Lord. Shakti, up unto the potencies. Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Samyakam, named. I offer my respectful obeisances unto the spiritual masters, the devotees of the Lord's incarnations, his plenary portions, his energies, and the primeval Lord himself, Lord Shri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami has composed a Sanskrit verse for the beginning of his book, and now we will explain it in detail. He offers his respectful obeisances to the 6 principles of the absolute truth, right? Panchatattva, and then all the devotees, right? Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasa Adi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, all the devotees. They are also included in the 6 principles of the absolute truth. Gurun is plural in number, because anyone who gives spiritual instructions based on the revealed scriptures is accepted as a spiritual master. Although others give help in showing the way to beginners, the Guru who first initiates one with the Mahamantra is known to be the initiator. And the saints who give instructions for progressive advancement in Krishna consciousness are called instructing spiritual masters. So it refers to Diksha Guru, and it also refers to the Diksha Guru and the Siksha Gurus. Right? They are all gurus, always plural in number. Although others give help in showing the way to the beginners, the Guru first initiates one with the Mahamantra is known to be the initiator, and the saints who give instructions for progress, advancement in Krishna consciousness, called the instructing spiritual masters or the Siksha Gurus. The initiating and instructing spiritual masters are equal and identical manifestations of Krishna, although they have different dealings. Their function is to guide the conditioned souls back home, back to Godhead. Therefore, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami accepted Nityananda Prabhu and the 6 Goswamis in the category of Guru. Isha Bhaktan refers to the devotees of God like Shri Shrivas and all other such followers who are the energy of the Lord and are qualitatively non-different from him. Isha Avatarakan refers to the incarnation of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, which is referring to Advaita Acharya, who is an avatar of the Lord. Tat Prakashan refers to the direct manifestation of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, referring to Nityananda Prabhu and the initiating spiritual master. Tat Shakti refers to the spiritual energies of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Gadadhara, Damodara, and Jagadananda belong to this category of internal energy. So this is a detailed explanation of giving examples of some devotees who fit into these several categories of Isham, Ishavatarakan, Tat Prakasham, Tat Shakti. Right? The 6 principles are differently manifested, but all equally worshipable. Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami Maharaj begins by offering us obeisances unto them to teach us the method of worshipping Lord Chaitanya. The external potency of Godhead called Maya can never associate with the Lord, just as darkness cannot remain in the presence of light. Yet darkness, being but an illusory and temporary covering of light, has no existence independent of light. In Ishopanishad also, Srila Prabhupada explains how darkness has no astitva. There is no identity for darkness. When there is no light, that place automatically becomes dark. Right? So similarly, Krishna Surya Sama, Maya hai Andhakar. Taha Krishna, taha nahi hai Maya Adhikar. Right? So wherever there is Krishna, there cannot be any scope for existence of Maya. Whereas, wherever, that is, the Prabhupada also explains this, that when somebody is in front of Krishna, and there is no shadow that is seen, right? When somebody is standing in front of the sun, there is no shadow. But when one walks and the sun is looking like coming behind, then the shadow also follows behind, right? So like that, Krishna is like Surya or the sun. Where there is Surya, there is no darkness. So similarly, where there is Krishna, there is no darkness of ignorance. Krishna Surya Sama Maya Haya Andhakar, and this Maya is like Andhakar, ignorance, right? Jaha Krishna, taha nahi hai Maya Radhikar. So where there is Krishna, there cannot be darkness, there cannot be ignorance. Okay, last verse for today, text number 35. Mantra Gurun Arayata Siksha Guru Gana Tara Charana Age Kariya Vandana. Synonyms: Mantra Guru, the initiating spiritual master; Ara, and also Yata, as many as there are; Siksha Guru Gana, all the instructing spiritual masters; Tahara, of all of them; Charana, under the lotus feet; Age, at first; Kariye, I offer; Vandana, respectful obeisances. Translation proper by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. I first offer my respectful obeisances at the lotus feet of my initiating spiritual master and all of my instructing spiritual masters. This refers to Diksha Guru and all the Siksha Gurus, who may be many in number. Srila Jiva Goswami in his thesis Bhakti Sandarbha 202 has stated that uncontaminated devotional service is the objective of pure Vaishnavas, and that one has to execute such service in the association of other devotees. By associating with the devotees of Lord Krishna, one develops a sense of Krishna consciousness and thus becomes inclined towards loving service of the Lord. This is the process of approaching the Supreme Lord by gradual appreciation and devotional service. If one desires unalloyed devotional service, one must associate with devotees of Sri Krishna. For by taking such association only can a conditioned soul achieve a taste for transcendental love and thus revive his eternal relationship with Godhead in a specific manifestation. And in terms of the specific transcendental mellow or rasa that one has eternally inherent in him. If one develops love for the Supreme Personality of Godhead by Krishna conscious activities, one can know the Supreme Absolute Truth. But he who tries to understand God simply by logical arguments will not succeed, nor will he get a taste for unalloyed devotion. The secret is that one must submissively listen to a bona fide guru who know perfectly the signs of God, and one must begin the mode of service regulated by the preceptor. A devotee already attracted by the name, form, qualities, etc. of the Supreme Lord may be directed to a specific manner of devotional service. He need not waste time in approaching the Lord through logic. The expert spiritual master knows well how to engage the disciple's energy in the transcendental loving service of the Lord, and thus he engages a devotee in a specific devotional service according to his special tendency. A devotee must have only one initiating spiritual master, because in the scriptures, acceptance of more than one is always forbidden. There is no limit, however, to the number of instructing spiritual masters one may accept. Generally, a spiritual master constantly instructs a disciple in spiritual science, becomes his initiating spiritual master later on. One should always remember that a person who is reluctant to accept a spiritual master and be initiated is sure to be baffled in his endeavor to go back home, back to Godhead. One who is not properly initiated may present himself as a great devotee, but in fact, he is sure to encounter many stumbling blocks on his path of progress on spiritual realization, with the result that he must continue his term of material existence without relief. Such a helpless person is compared to a ship without a rudder. For such a ship can never reach its destination. It is imperative, therefore, that one accepts the spiritual master if he at all desires to gain the favor of the Lord. The service of the spiritual master is essential. If there is no chance to serve the spiritual master directly, a devotee should serve him by remembering his instructions. There is no difference between the spiritual master's instructions and the spiritual master himself. In this absence, therefore, his words of direction should be the pride of the disciple. If one thinks it is above consulting anyone else, including a spiritual master, he is at once an offender of the lotus feet of the Lord. Such an offender can never go back home, back to Godhead. It is imperative that a serious person accept a bona fide spiritual master in terms of the Shastric injunctions. Sri Jiva Goswami advises not accept a spiritual master in terms of hereditary or customary social and ecclesiastical conventions. One should simply try to find a genuinely qualified spiritual master for actual advancement in spiritual understanding. Tadvidi pranipatena pariprashneena sevaya upadikṣanti te jnanam jnaninas tattvadarshinaha. So Krishna tells in Bhagavad Gita itself, the first few chapters, 4.34 only, Krishna tells this understanding, which was very, very nicely, deeply explained in this particular verse by Srila Prabhupada, in the purport by Prabhupada. Very, very beautifully Krishna has already explained, for which Prabhupada gives in the purport that more important than humble inquiry is service. Right? When we do service, and then we also do pariprashnena, when we also inquire submissively, and after doing service, after pleasing our authorities by doing seva, then when we make humble inquiry, then only we can progress in Krishna consciousness. ग्रंथराज श्री चैतन्य चरितामृता की जय, श्री कृष्णदास कविराज गोस्वामी महाराज की जय, निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे, हरि हरि बोल. So I would request devotees, please switch on your cameras and quickly we'll do 2 minutes of Harinam Sankirtan as we end our session. Namah Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Jaya Gauranitai Jai Jai Jagannath Jai Jai Baladev Jaya Jai Subhadra Jaya Jai Sudarshan Jai Bala Gopal Jaya Rukmini Vithal Jai Prahlad Narsingha Jai Lakshmi Narsinga Jai Radha Krishna Jaya Radha Madan Mohan Radha Govinda Jai Radha Gopinath Jai Radha Gopinath Radhe Radhe Jaya Shri Radhe Jaya Radhe 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 Shri Radhe Jaya Sadgoswamis